was a bonus track. Do you recognize it? Does anyone know it? Finlandia. So this is Christmas Around the World, our tuning chorale from Sibelius, Finlandia. And welcome, come on in. We won't call you out for coming. So welcome to Thomas Parsons Hall here in Monticello, Georgia. We're glad to see you here on a cold day, and it started raining. I thought, boy, on a day like this, it takes a lot of effort to sometimes get out of the house, and we appreciate you taking that effort to come and join us this evening. So tonight we're taking you on a musical journey around the world, and if you join the Jasper County Historical Foundation for dinner this evening, they kept with the theme. We had spaghetti from Italy, a Caesar salad, rum, and a baguette with garlic bread from France. I don't know if they intended, but this is all about celebrating Christmas around the world, and not just the way it's celebrated in other countries, but also in the musical style of other countries. So our first piece, Jingle Bells, was composed in 1857 by James Meredith in Massachusetts, and it was not originally connected to Christmas. It wasn't associated with winter and Christmas until the 1860s, 1870s. And so our arrangement features this tune in the styles of many different countries, particularly Japan, Europe, Mexico, Scotland, England, Russia, and then the United States. And I'll try to give you clues so you know where we are. And we'll see what happens. Feel free to call it out when you hear it. to get that just right for you tonight. All right, we have some storytellers from Jasper County High School who are going to share stories, favorite Christmas memories, and our first this evening is Jersey Abernathy.
Okay, this poem is called The Gift of Christmas Night. Beneath the quiet sky so bright, a winter glow, the stars ignite. The world is still, the air is cold, a tale of love and peace unfolds. The tree stands small, with branches bare, yet in the night a warmth is there. The flicker of the candle's flame whispers softly, Christmas came. The snowflakes fall so soft, so light, dancing in the calm of night. And though the world may sometimes cry, tonight we lift our hearts up high. For Christmas brings what words can't say, a sense of peace, a brighter way. It's not the gifts nor the tree, but love we share eternally. So let us pause and let us see the gift of joy in all we need. With open hearts, the world we greet. On Christmas night, our soul complete. And in the quiet, golden bright, we find the warmth of Christmas night.
So interspersed in the evening, we're going to have different students come up and share various stories. And thanks for being the first one up. We know that takes courage to do that too. Our next piece, the Cambridge Carol, features Ding Dong Maryland High. It's originally a secular dance tune dating back to the 16th century in France. It became a Christmas carol over 300 years later when George Radcliffe Woodward added the current text and Charles Wood added the harmony. A Cambridge Carol.
or secondary graphics imaginable. I connect with Biscuit scraps and think about the next year's designs. I'll wrap the surprises again, finish shop again, and love every second of it. After all, Christmas doesn't need secrets to be special. Sometimes it just needs someone willing to take the joy together. Thank you and Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Faraday. Joy to the World is one of the most published Christmas hymns in North America. Written in 1719 by English minister Isaac Watts, the lyrics were actually based on Psalm 98 and originally celebrated Christ's second coming, not his birth. The melody we know today was arranged in 1848 by American composer Lowell Mason, based on themes he attributed to George Friedrich Handel. Tonight, Christy Bailey conducts this fantasy arrangement that showcases the hymn's joyful message of celebration that resonates around the world. Now, this piece also involves audience participation. When she turns around, please stand and prepare to sing the lyrics on the back of your program. The Monticello Community Band wants to thank all the entities and people who helped make the possible. We want to thank the Chamber of Commerce and the shops in Monticello for selling tickets. Greg Holder for these decorations and setup. He's back here. He intended to sit out here. He's helping with the audio, so thank you so much for that. Luke McFarland and all our amazing students, storytellers. Chris Longhorn, and who's been the ticket taker back there, which was very generous of her time. And then also I want to thank, I cannot say the person's name, but we had an anonymous donor who gave a lot for us to be able to purchase. Andi, will you please, could you stand? Is it possible? Do you see this instrument back here? So I want to thank that donor for making this possible. That's a concert tuba, and it's a lot. And so I'm just so grateful. It's really hard to transport those back and forth between places. And so we had purchased a lot of percussion instruments, which we needed, but a tuba was a missing piece for a long time, so now thankfully we have that as part of our ensemble. Most of all, though, we want to thank you for coming this evening and our band members, because without you and them, this would not be possible at all. Our next speaker this evening is Dylan Hudson. You coming down the aisle? Are you Dylan Hudson? He's got a big, what's it say? Christmas baking team shirt.
Hello, my name is Dylan Hudson. I like to read y'all my story, Christmas Bells. When I was little, Christmas was a special time and had a unique smell. We would start early in the morning, cleaning the countertops, then laying down wax paper and waiting for Grandpa to arrive. We all had our special Christmas baking shirts with baking team on it. My mom's was red because she was in charge. Me, my brother, and Grandpa. Our shirts were all green. Grandpa would burst through the door, arms loaded with ingredients, empty cans for the cookies, and lots of love. Soon the house would smell like warm butter, roasting pecans, and hot cocos. I was put on spoon duty, and sometimes I had to share my responsibilities with my brother. What is spoon duty, you may ask? Well, I was in charge of cleaning, really, licking the dough off the spoon. Now, I took it seriously, and it was the best job ever. Don't worry, Mom made Grandpa wash the spoon between the batches. Mom would bake all day. We would come in to supervise and of course, perform our duties. But mostly, we hung out. I thought we were just baking cookies, but we started a tradition. These memories of spending Christmas together with my Grandpa are some of my most cherished. I wish so bad that he was here to do it again. He passed away 5 years ago. Our hearts were so heavy that last Christmas was the first time we baked cookies since he passed. It was hard and brought back a lot of memories, but good memories with great smells. To me, Christmas is making memories and spending time with those you love and making cookies. Cherish this time, let go of grudges, start a tradition, and spend some time baking with those you love. Merry Christmas.
I think these stories have begun to be the favorite part of these Christmas concerts, and we appreciate you giving a space for them to share these stories with you guys. So maybe other than making cookies, another Christmas tradition is traveling. Some people go to warm, sunny places over Christmas, and this next piece, So Wondrous Bright, really evokes the Caribbean. For those of you who may be taking a cruise over the holidays, and so off we go to, this is based on a Puerto Rican carol. someone who you didn't come with tonight. So maybe look behind you or in front of you. And there's these two things that I'd like you to share with that person. One, when you get out your decorations for the holidays, what is the favorite thing that you pull out of the box that you're so glad to see again? And the second thing I'd like for you to share is, if you have anything in that collection that came from another country, what is it? And where did you get it? What's the story about it? So if you'll please turn to someone near you and do those two things, your favorite decoration, and if something came from another country.
So our next piece is Mary, Did You Know? And it began as a set of lyrics written by Mark Lowry in 1984 when he was asked to help create a Christmas program for his church. As he wrote, he imagined what it might be like to sit with Mary and ask her these tender, wondering questions about her child. Many of you here tonight knew Andrea Addison Benton. To you, she was Cissy Benton, but to me, she was my mom. She worked here at Thomas Parsons Hall, pouring so much of herself in this place, and she loved history, learning about it, preserving it, and sharing it with anyone who would listen. I'm not into history as much as she was, but music was what we shared. We spent countless hours playing and practicing together, me on the drums, her on the piano, singing with all the joy that she carried inside of her. And when she wasn't on stage leading the music, she became our biggest supporter. She helped load and unload equipment. She was always ready to help. One of the most memorable parts during our performances was wherever we performed, you could find her on the back row with her phone or her camera in hand, taking videos and capturing every moment of the performance. This time last year, I certainly did not know that she wouldn't be here with us tonight, but I do know exactly where she is. She's the one who walked on the water, healed the blind, calmed the storm. She's with the one who walks where angels tread, the Lord of all creation, heaven's perfect lamb. She's with the great I am. Mark Lowry may have read the song for a church Christmas program, but it was my mom, Cissy Benton, who brought it to life as Mary singing and playing it for our own church celebrations. So tonight we perform Mary Did You Know in her honor in a place she cherished, surrounded by some of the people she loved the most. Thank you.
That was really special. Thanks, Peter.
The most distinct Christmas memory I have is from so many years ago, I wouldn't expect myself to remember it. But this story is filled with love and what I consider real Christmas magic, so I couldn't possibly forget. There used to be a ginormous antique warehouse my family and I would go to every year. At my age, it felt like walking into a castle. A castle of stacked goodies that my mother frequently reminded me not to touch. One year, around Christmas time, we were shopping at the castle when my mom found something special to her heart. Propped up on one of the trinket booths was a guitar. My mom does not by any means play guitar, but my mom does love art, and this guitar wasn't any old guitar. It was an antique with hand-painted graphic flowers on the surface of its body. My mother undoubtedly loved the instrument, but to her, it was a season of shopping for others, or as she says, we're not looking for ourselves right now. So my mom left the warehouse without the flowery guitar. Dad had a different idea. He told me and my sister that we were going to go on a secret mission to get a guitar for Mom. We snuck back into the castle and retrieved the prize. Eventually, my mom caved too. We made the trip back to the antique castle so she could get the guitar, but little did she know it had already been bought and would be waiting for her under our Christmas tree. As the rest of our family waited in the car for her to return empty-handed, my dad reminded me and my sister that our mission was still top secret. I could tell he was serious about keeping our present a surprise because his eyebrows hiked halfway up to his hairline. Mom returned to the car, clearly deflated. As soon as she told us that someone had bought it, my sister exclaimed, "Actually." Somehow, my dad managed to avert the topic of conversation, and my little sister did not end up spoiling the surprise. The best part of the whole memory was when my mom opened a guitar on Christmas Day. The joyous shock on her face at that moment made the whole experience worth it all, even though the guitar is now mainly a decoration. If you'll look back there, my dad is holding the guitar. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Andi. So now we're headed south to Brazil, the largest country in South America. Brazil brings its own unique flavor to Christmas celebrations, blending Portuguese traditions with African indigenous influences. Since Brazil's in the southern hemisphere, though, Christmas falls during summer, their summer. And so you have to picture celebrations on beaches with fireworks, outdoor barbecues, and Santa Claus in red silk suits due to the heat. Despite the warm weather, Brazilians embrace many familiar Christmas traditions, including carols, church services, and elaborate nativity scenes. This piece is an arrangement of the traditional Ukrainian bell carol and offers a Brazilian street parade accompanied by a complete samba school.
Hello, I'm going to be reading my Christmas story. Christmas morning started a little differently this year. Instead of waking up to loads of presents under the tree, Hunter and I found a single envelope sitting on the couch. Our names were written across the front in cursive. Inside was a paper that read, "Sugar, spice, and all things nice. Look where we keep things nice." A scavenger hunt. Hunter and I looked at each other and instantly knew. The fridge. Inside the fridge was another envelope. This one had glitter, definitely my mom's idea. It read, "'Twas a silent night on Christmas Eve, time to look where people leave." After checking every door in the house, we finally found the next clue taped on the back door. The clues kept getting trickier. One led us to the mailbox, another to the chicken coop. One even sent us digging through the pockets of my dad's old jacket. Every time we thought we were done, a new riddle kept us looking. Finally, the last card. "Your gift waits where wheels go to hibernate." Hunter grinned. The garage. We raced to the garage door. When it opened, I froze. A brand new four-wheeler. Black with bright orange stickers. Next to it was a red dirt bike that instantly made his mouth fall open. He looked like he just won the lottery. I didn't even realize I was smiling so much until my cheeks started to hurt. All the searching, the clues, it finally felt worth it. Christmas felt like pure magic that year.
After traveling around the world, now we're coming back to the United States. We've got, I think, 2 more pieces on the program this evening. And so this medley features beloved carols that have become part of the Christmas tradition in the United States, like "Deck the Halls" and "We Wish You a Merry Christmas." So our celebrations in the United States are often a melting pot. We borrow traditions from everywhere. Our Christmas trees come from Germany, that tradition. Santa Claus evolved from Dutch Santa Claus, and then caroling from Britain. And many of our favorite songs were written by immigrants or first-generation Americans. This arrangement celebrates the uniquely American way we blended all those influences into our festive traditions. And it has a traditional opening. You'll probably recognize it's a march from John Philip Sousa. And then it features music from the ballet that we see every December, which is? Yes. And then it shifts to a jazz style. So America originated that jazz, and then it goes to rock. And then it ends with that homage to our March King Sousa with a Stars and Stripes forever crossed with some Christmas music. So American Christmas. So the Monticello Community Band is 100% voluntary effort. Everyone up here is volunteering. No one gets paid with the organization. As you might imagine, an organization like this, also, it's these stands, the music, the tuba, like we mentioned before, all of it, it costs. And over the years, we've been able to, bring pieces together. And so if you have donated to the band, as a friends of the band this year, we are so grateful for your support. It's absolutely necessary to help us to operate. And if you haven't given it, and it might be in your heart to consider it, then you can always do that by looking on our website and seeing how. So I'm going to do that. For our grand finale, for our last piece here, we're looking forward to that. There's some concerts that you go to that are very serious. That is not us. It's not that we don't love music and care about the music, we do. But there's a joy that comes with playing music. And when you get to sit with people that you know, or when you're someone who's in their 80s sitting next to someone in their 20s, or someone who's even in high school, it's just an amazing community experience up here for us. And I just thank everyone here for showing up and being a part of this, because it brings me a lot of joy, and I have a feeling it brings them a lot of joy too. So thanks for being here to let us have this experience together. So our last piece is Hopping on Santa's Sleigh again for a whirlwind tour around the world on Christmas Eve. I will not be doing any hat things this time because it's a little too complicated with this piece. So I think you'll just have to guess. So no cues this time, or I'll fall off the stage probably. So you can probably guess where we are. So this last piece is Stowaway on Santa's Sleigh.